Hi everyone, so I'm a senior neuroscience major, originally from New Jersey. And at Mason, I've had the opportunity to do a lot of undergraduate research across the areas of psychology, bioengineering, and neuroscience. I've also worked a lot within the disability community here at Mason, working as a peer mentor for the Mason Autism Support Initiative, also known as MASI, and being involved with Best Buddies. So I started undergraduate research in my freshman year when I was really trying to figure out what I wanted to do for my major. So I came into college with a lot of varied interests, going from politics to psychology to neuroscience, and I really didn't know how to reconcile these varied areas. So my first couple of months at Mason, I started working on a political campaign, and then my second semester I transitioned into a research assistant position in Dr. McKnight's psychology lab. And I had an amazing graduate student mentor, Lisa, who I worked with on her dissertation research looking at measuring anxiety and depression with clinical scales. Learned a little bit of programming in R and statistics. Then in my sophomore year, I really wanted to try my hand at a more wet lab scenario, biology research. So I joined Dr. Natalia Pijotto's neural engineering lab. And there I got to work with what we like to call brains in dishes, mouse neurons that we were recording from in culture using very tiny microelectrodes. Then my junior year, I had the opportunity working with my mentor and through the Oscar office here at Mason to develop my own research project and apply for 2 undergraduate research grants for this project. We were looking at a neural receptor called NMDA. It's really important in memory formation and learning in mammals. And then now for my senior project, senior honors thesis, kind of shifted gears, and now I'm working with 3 different faculty very closely. Dr. Kabani in neuroscience, Dr. Ola in systems biology, and Dr. Pressman in physics. And we're looking at a rare genetic disorder that results in, among other things, generalized epilepsy. And we're looking into the molecular mechanisms that we think are leading to this seizure phenotype in patients. One of the most meaningful ways that I've interacted with the disability community here at Mason has been through the Mason Autism Support Initiative, or MASI. So I've worked for MASI as a peer mentor for autistic students here at Mason for the past 3 years, helping my mentees get connected to the campus community and work on social goals. MASI has had a huge impact on my life because it's been through the friends that I've made through MASI that I've figured out a way to combine my work within the disability community and my passion for research, for neuroscience and genetics in a meaningful way, ultimately leading me to want to pursue a career in research. So I'm really interested in why conditions such as epilepsy, sleep disorders, and immune conditions often co-occur with autism at high rates. And I hope that by studying these intersections, studying the biology behind these intersections, my work can help lead to things such as better epilepsy treatments for people with autism, for example. I first heard about the Goldwater scholarship from my advisor, Dr. Hafer, and my research mentor, Dr. Pijotto, in my sophomore year. So Goldwater is a national scholarship aimed at students who are pursuing a career in research in STEM, usually getting a PhD in the sciences. At this point, I just kind of was getting started with my work in the neural engineering lab. I was applying for my first Oscar grant, so I figured I would, give the scholarship a look into it, and the beginning of junior year, I talked more seriously about it with Dr. Berger, who heads the Office of Fellowships here at Mason. I really didn't think I had much of a shot because I kind of recently gotten into research, had just started my first independent project, so I wasn't sure if I'd really have much data by the time I would apply, but I figured I'd give it a shot. And so within the first semester, I worked with Zachary Barnes from the Honors College, a graduate student who helps with kind of writing personal statements and essays for these kind of scholarships. And then during the winter break of my junior year, I worked closely with the faculty Goldwater committee here at Mason, working on the drafts of the essays. I also came back a week early from winter break back to school and worked in person with the Goldwater committee, especially Dr. Lee from the Oscar office. So she was amazing, worked with me one-on-one, kind of getting my thoughts together. And yeah, so I applied in end of January. I was very shocked when I found out that I had received the scholarship in April. And I'm just really grateful for all of my mentors and advisors and the Goldwater committee for helping me through this process. So after graduating this semester, I'm going to be moving to New York City to continue my research. I'm going to be pursuing a PhD in neuroscience at Mount Sinai's Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences. And I'm especially excited about this because I had the opportunity to work at Mount Sinai last summer at a summer research program and got to connect with a lot of potential mentors while I was there. The community, the sense of community that's in the graduate program that I found is very similar to the supports and community that I've found here at Mason within the Honors College. So that's one of the big pieces that drew me to that program. And yeah, so I'm planning on researching kind of in the intersection of neuroscience and genetics. I'm really interested in how changes in one's DNA can lead to measurable changes in brain activity, and how that then leads to shifts in behavior in human behavior that we can all see. Really interested in, once again, looking at neurodevelopmental disorders and disability, such as the connection between autism and epilepsy, autism and immune conditions. I hope that my work in this area can potentially lead to improvements in quality of life for this population. And I'm just very excited to moving to New York and having a chance to live in Manhattan. Be pretty cool. So that's all about I had to say. Thank you all for listening, and best of luck.